It's cold outside.
It's hot outside. When the weather can't decide if it wants to be cold or hot, I decided to bake something that is both cold and hot. Baked Alaska. I have my ice cream ready to go. It has 3 different flavors. It's a Neapolitan. And I have a bowl and a pan, and I'm thinking ahead a little bit about how much I want to fill this with ice cream. So I put this right here because this is going to be the height to how far I want to fill the ice cream so that it will basically fit on this pan. So here we go. I'm going to put this saran wrap inside. This way my ice cream will come out. I don't want to stick to my bowl. I like all the colors. I'm going to start with my chocolate. I'm a big fan of ice cream. This has been sitting out so it kind of like softened a little bit. And that's how we want it so that we can get it nice and smooth in here. Just kind of smoothing it. This is not exactly straightforward. Here goes the strawberry. I got this pretty smooth before I get it on there. My last color. Oop, I'll just scoop it up like that. So we've got this all pretty smooth in here, and I can see that once I get it frozen, it's gonna match up the size of this pan, and we're good to go. I'm gonna put this into the freezer. I have baked an 8-inch round cake, and then I put it in the freezer after it completely cooled off. And so this has been sitting in the freezer. I did all this yesterday just to give everything a chance to kind of really cool off a little bit in the refrigerator. And so now I'm going to start putting things together. I tested this before we turned the camera on just to make sure, so if you see any ice cream, disregard. Oh, there we go. And so now with this right here, I ran some hot water on the back of my bowl just so that it would release it, just to melt the ice cream a little bit so that it would come out of there. Of course, I put parchment paper on my pan. Put this over on top. We could easily, cut it just to make sure that it's fitting on there. Let's get cracking. We're gonna start talking about meringue. It's that ooey gooey marshmallow coating, and it makes our baked Alaska amazing. So I just want to talk about eggs for a minute because eggs love rules. And so I have put these eggs out for half an hour to an hour on the countertop. Now, if you don't like doing that to get them to room temperature, what you can do is you can put them in a bowl, and then you could put some warm water in there, not hot, just a little warm, for about 5 minutes, and take them out, and then they'll be ready to go. So I have my eggs room temperature. I have 2/3 cup of sugar. I have a teaspoon of vanilla, and I have half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. These things are ready to go so that when I turn my mixer on, we can get cooking.
I suppose we have great expectations.
So we're going to wash anything that comes in contact with our meringue with about a tablespoon of lemon juice or so and some water. This will help the meringue to fill its full potential. We don't want any oil on anything that comes in contact with it. So take out the racks from the stove, leaving only the bottom rack, and turn the oven on 500 to heat up. So I'm going to separate the yellow part of the egg out. So the best way to do this is to have a separate bowl and do it into that. And then you can pour it into your big bowl. And we want to keep this very, very clean. We don't want the little, pieces and stuff like that to be in there, nice and clean. But you don't want to throw this away. You can put it in the refrigerator and have it as breakfast in the morning. Here it is, looking nice and clear and no pieces of egg. We're going to start mixing this, and we're just going to go nice and slow. The eggs are fragile, and basically what we're doing is we're whipping the air into it. So the meringue that we are creating is a lot of air inside of eggs, so it's nice and fluffy. We are now at Soft Peaks, and as you can see, it kind of like flops over a little bit. And so we are ready to start adding some sugar to this. As you can see, I've been slowly speeding it up. So we're going to add our sugar. So it's really important to slowly add the sugar so that the water and the eggs can incorporate into it properly and slowly. This is 2/3 of a cup of sugar. You can see that it's starting to pull away from the side, so it's stiffer. Here we are at Stiff Peaks, and that means we're done whipping it up.
Nice. Ooh, yummy.
This is the fun part here. Now I get to actually put this on. So much fun.
Mmm. That looks so good. I've been waiting for you to do this since yesterday.
Yeah, it's been chilling for a while, hasn't it? I put this on top of a Lazy Susan. Now, it's traditional to kind of like use a spoon to do these little peak things. Feel free to wipe it off anytime it gets kind of gummed up. And I'm really working quickly here because all this stuff that we have here, it starts doing all kinds of crazy things really quickly. Set my timer. 4 minutes.
This is so good.
I think I'm missing a piece.
What?
It is really good though. Baked Alaska. Try it. It is amazing. It's hot out. Oh, okay.
This is so good.
Jerry? Jerry? I'm missing a piece. We're really good though.
It is.
It's cold outside. Excellent.
Exquisite. Exceptional.
Extraordinary.
Exercise. Exciting. Extreme.
Exactly.